Peace to the gods and the goddesses. I had a few questions about what I said about the Sphinx being 30,000 years old. So this is kind of an impromptu video, but let's talk about it. In the Emerald Tablets of Thoth the Atlantean, okay? If you go to Egypt with me next year, you will see Thoth the Atlantean all over the walls wearing a mask that is an ibis head. You know, I have some deep stories about this. But he wrote a memoir of his life while he was in Atlantis as a child, to the point where he got to talking to us about the 7 laws of the universe and everything in between. It's called the Emerald Tablets of Thoth the Atlantean. So I have a replica of what you see behind me, which is an emerald tablet. The guy that I got the emerald tablet from said somebody just randomly showed up, said he needed to copy this tablet so humanity would have it, because we wouldn't have another chance to get a piece of this. So the Emerald Tablets of Thoth the Atlantean talk about the sinking of the mother country, Atlantis, which is in the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. Essentially, some evil people, some magicians, actually brought Atlantis down by using magic. That's pretty much what he's saying in the tablets. As it's going down, his father tells him to get into their spaceships and go to the people of the rock caves, the people that are living in the mountains, because everything else is going under. Everything else is going under. So they get in these ships and they fly to different parts of the world. Eventually, they fly to different parts of the world, but he ends up in Egypt, which ended up being an Atlantean colony. Now, this happened 26,000 years ago in the age of Aquarius, and we're back in the age of Aquarius. So that's the timeline I need you to understand. 26,000 years ago, during the age of Aquarius, Atlantis sank. Each age is 2,160 years. Capricorn, we're living in 2,160 years. Aries, Scorpio, Virgo, Pisces. You add that up, we come up to 26,000 years. Got me? You feel me? Okay. When he lands there, these people come out of the caves and they're trying to attack the Atlanteans. So he hits them with a ray of vibration, which I believe is the 6th law of the universe. Vibration. Everything is not a frequency. It has to have a vibration first. All right. So he hits them with this ray of vibration. He slows these people down and they're like, what the fuck? You know, like they're stuck. He's like, hey, don't mess with us. We're here to give you civilization. So he then proceeds to teach them, and Sheshet was there too. His goddess was there, probably telling him more than what he was telling us. All right, let's get that out there. Sheshet was removed from history. So his consort was probably smarter than him, and she was in the background making sure humanity got what they needed. I'm a god. What they needed, right? To be able to push forth with writing, with math, with science, with alchemy. All right. So he decides that he's going to build the Great Pyramid and then everything below it. So if you remember, like earlier this year, they're like, oh, we got these great findings and all this stuff we didn't know was there. Motherfucker, y'all knew that shit was there. Y'all knew it was there. These idiots, I mean, they're not idiots, but they read the Emerald Tablets. Everybody knows all this shit is down there. All right, except for the people that haven't opened their minds. The ones that are stuck in Christianity. Feel me? The ones that are kind of stuck in religion. So Thoth builds this with his mind, but before he builds it with his mind, he says the Sphinx was there. So when you think about the Sphinx, and you think that, and you know Thoth built the Great Pyramid 26,000 years ago, you have to go back to when was the Sphinx built? And that's what brought me here. Somebody's like, 30,000 years ago, the Sphinx? 40,000 years ago, the Sphinx? You know? And I was like, I'll make a video on it. So Thoth says it was already there. Now, if you look back in time, when you get a reading from an astrologer, they're just looking at the bigger clock. We're looking at 1 through 12, 1 hour, minutes, that's days, months. But the zodiac is the real calendar. It can go backwards and forwards in time. Even the people that love the zodiac have a problem understanding this. So the Sphinx was built and put in Kemet, Egypt before Thoth got there. So how old is it? It points to the zodiacal era of Virgo and Leo. So I'm putting a little picture somewhere up here that's going to show you have to keep going this way. And eventually you're going to get to Leo and Virgo, which puts it at 38,000 years old. It's simple. We live these lives over and over and over again, always trying to find better causes and better effects. Some of us come back here for a mission, and I believe I got 3 of them mugs. We come back and we get to interact with people from our past life. I found my twin flame. And boy, is this relationship something else. Beautiful, exciting, and full of everything that we've had to deal with in all these other past lives. I've met friends that I've done this before over and over and over again. You just have to understand how the zodiac works. If you can understand how the zodiac works and apply that with the 7 laws of the universe, you actually get to control your own life. But we are literally stuck here, not understanding the way all this stuff works, and we are just following this clock that we can predict our past, our present, and our future that's technically happening all at once. I hope this helps some people. I hope it helps you understand some new things. I always get excited about teaching and helping people understand. But I do not know it all. So if you can contribute to this conversation, please do. Let's keep it going. Peace to the gods. Peace to the goddesses. Peace to my goddesses. I am going to be working on that event. Me and 5 other goddesses are going to be working on the Divine Feminine 2. The Divine Feminine 2 is going to be about us, or you, learning how to activate your power, your gifts, because we have them. We can control all the elements. The elements were the first family, starting with that fire element, which my sun sign is an Aries. Peace and abundance to you and to those divine couples that are finding each other again. Ashe. Enjoy your weekend. Let's see. This was 6/6/2025.